Good morning. Napakagandang balita ngayong araw na to. This is a very good news for everybody. There's only one piece that I don't like, but this is a much improved method in the Philippines. They will now open up the country. That's what we'll talk about. I want to share with you the news that I heard this morning. That was yesterday Philippine time, or by our time. And they will now reopen the country. It's about time. Now, I'm going to show you the video that delivered the news to us for those people who have not seen it yet. And I'm going to explain exactly what this all means. Let's listen.
Sinuspende na muna ng Interagency Task Force for the Management of Infectious Diseases o IATF ang ipinatutupad na classification sa mga bansa bilang green, yellow at red list epektibo simula sa February 1. Habang hindi na rin kinakailangan na mag-facility-based quarantine ang lahat ng international travelers na fully vaccinated.
No more red, white, and blue. Oops, I meant red, green, and yellow classification. Everybody will be treated the same way now. That removes the complication, right? Let's continue on.
Rosalie, ano ang dahilan ng IATF? Bakit niluluwagan na itong mga travel protocols na ipinatutupad dito sa ating bansa?
Angela, paliwanag ng IATF, lumalabas sa monitoring ng Philippine Genome Center na hindi na nanggagaling sa mga biyahero mula sa ibang bansa ang pagkakaroon ng community transmission nitong Omicron COVID-19 variant. Nakita rin nila sa mga pag-aaral ng Epidemiology Bureau ng DOH na mababa na yung mga kaso ng COVID-19 sa mga returning overseas Filipino kumpara doon sa mga kaso ng hawaan sa mga komunidad. At ang ikatlong dahilan na kanilang ipinaliliwanag, batay sa rekomendasyon ng mga eksperto, wala ng sense na higpitan pa yung mga protocol sa pagpasok ng international travelers mula sa abroad dahil mas mataas na umano ang kaso ng transmission dito sa ating bansa.
Noon pa namin alam yan eh. We knew that from before, that it's not coming from overseas. So now they're using it as a reason because of scientific knowledge. But at any rate, at least they're getting to their senses. Let's move on.
Simula sa February 1, 2022, suspendido na muna ang green, yellow at red classification ng mga bansa na pinagmumula ng mga international travelers na pumapasok sa Pilipinas. Ibig sabihin nito, malayang makakapasok sa bansa ang mga biyahero mula sa abroad kahit pa nanggaling ang mga ito sa mga bansa na may mataas na kaso ng COVID-19. Bukod pa rito, hindi na rin kinakailangan na sumailalim pa sa facility-based quarantine ng mga international traveler na fully vaccinated. Pero kinakailangan na may maipakita silang negative result ng kanilang rt-pcr test sa nakalipas na 48 oras bago ang kanilang departure. Gayunman, obligado pa rin silang obserbahan ang mga sarili habang nasa bahay sa loob ng unang 7 araw mula pagdating at babantayan ng anumang sintomas ng COVID-19.
Okay, so effective February 1, no more multicolor classification. That has been removed. And the rt-pcr test need to be done 48 hours before departure from where you're leaving out of. Okay? So if you're coming from the US, 48 hours before your flight from the US, you're required to have that rt-pcr test. Now, once you arrive in the Philippines, there is no more tests required, which is something they should have done long time ago. Because I figured, if I have COVID, I'd rather know where I am rather than when I get to the Philippines and then incur that extra cost for hospitalization or additional quarantine. That's absurd, but now they're just doing it now after 2 years. After 2 years! But thank God it is happening. Again, this is effective February 1. Oh, incidentally, you will still be required to quarantine, but at home for 7 days. Okay? At home. I can live with that.
Para naman sa mga hindi pa rin bakunado at partially vaccinated, kinakailangan pa rin ang negative rt-pcr test sa nakalipas na 48 hours bago ang departure at obligado pa rin na sumailalim sa facility-based quarantine at magpa-test sa ikalimang araw mula sa arrival. Kung negatibo sa COVID-19, maaari nang ituloy sa bahay ang pagka-quarantine.
Okay, for those who are unvaccinated, again, you also need the negative rt-pcr test within 48 hours of departure. But you will be required to do facility-based quarantine. Then you will get tested for COVID-19 on the 5th day. And if it is negative, then you can just finish your home quarantine at home. Let's continue.
Nakita rin po base sa pag-aaral ng ating Epidemiology Bureau ng DOH, mababa po ang kaso ng ating mga returning overseas Filipino, mababa ang incidence na nagpo-positibo sila kumpara sa komunidad. Ang sinasabi ng ating mga eksperto, it doesn't make sense anymore because yun pong transmission dito sa ating bansa ay napakataas na. Baka mas mataas pa dun sa mga pinagbabawalan natin ng mga travelers coming from other countries.
Paliwanag ng Malacanang, pansamantala lamang ang pagluluwag sa travel restrictions at agad ding ibabalik sakaling lumala muli ang sitwasyon.
Did we not say that long time ago? That this COVID coming from the foreigners coming to the Philippines is not a source. It's coming from within. Took them 2 years to realize that. As if they're saying, oh, it used to be that way and now not anymore. But I'm glad they did that. But here's another thing too. This is just a temporary suspension, which means they can always bring back at any time the old way of doing things. Let's continue on.
Bukod sa suspensyon sa red, yellow at green classification at pagluluwag sa mga quarantine protocols ng mga fully vaccinated, papayagan na rin simula sa February 10 ang pagpasok sa Pilipinas ng mga fully vaccinated na foreign tourists na magmumula sa mga non-visa required countries. Sa kabila ng pagluluwag ng mga travel restrictions sa mga pasaherong nagmumula sa iba't ibang mga bansa, ayon sa DOH, walang dapat ikabahala ang ating mga kababayan dahil ang lahat ng desisyon ay nakabatay sa siyensya at rekomendasyon ng mga eksperto.
Effective February 10, also, foreign tourists will be allowed from those who are given the non-visa privilege, from those countries given the non-visa privilege. So I assume the 30-day visa will now be restored but effective February 10th. Good news!
Angela, kumpiyansa naman ang pamahalaan na sa pamamagitan nitong pagluluwag ng mga protocol sa pagpasok ng international passengers, malaki yung maitutulong upang makabangon na muli ang sektor ng turismo at pangkalahatan yung ating ekonomiya dahil inaasang makakalikha ito ng mas maraming trabaho, gayon din ang pagbubukas ng mga negosyo.
My goodness. I could have told you that 2 years ago, that it destroys the economy. Not only that, the freedom of the people, the most important thing. Well, some people in the Philippines do not care about freedom. They care about safety, not freedom.
Yes, Rosalie, isang katanungan lamang para lang malinaw para sa ating lahat na mga kababayan. Hindi na kakailanganin o hindi na magsasagawa ng negative rt-pcr test yung mga foreign national o iba pang mga galing sa ibang bansa, depende kung saang bansa pa sila galing dito pagdating sa ating bansa. So long or as long as meron silang dalang negative na rt-pcr test 48 hours prior to departure. Tama ba, Rosalie?
Yes, Angela, yung mga fully vaccinated or unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, o yung hindi ma-confirm ang vaccination status, pagdating nila dito sa Pilipinas, ay kailangan lang nilang magpresenta nga ng negative rt-pcr test result. Pero yung mga fully vaccinated, hindi na sila sasailalim sa mandatory facility-based quarantine. Pero yung mga unvaccinated, partially vaccinated, at yung vaccination status ay hindi makumpirma, sasailalim pa rin sila sa facility-based quarantine hanggang ikalimang araw pagka-release ng panibagong rt-pcr test. And then if negative yung kanilang resulta, itutuloy nila yung kanilang home quarantine until the 14th day. Tapos sa February 10 naman, yung mga foreign travelers, ganun din yung mga Pinoy na mga foreign travelers na galing sa mga tinatawag na non-visa required countries, pag fully vaccinated sila, pwede na rin silang pumasok ng bansa para sa business at tourism purpose. Pero pagdating ng February 16, dapat lahat ng foreign travelers and passengers, pagdating nila dito sa Pilipinas, dapat lahat sila fully vaccinated na. Hindi na papayagang makapasok yung mga hindi vaccinated foreign passengers.
Okay, so that summarizes it all. But in addition to that, February 15th, everybody coming in, I think she mentioned foreign traveler, but I think it's everybody coming in will be required to be vaccinated. So that's the one last point. In future days, there will be some clarification about this, because this is the first time I heard in this entire news that there is a February 15th deadline when everybody should be fully vaccinated. The question I have is it only for foreigners, or is it everybody, including Filipinos and former Filipinos? So that's what we have today, but this is the thing that concerns me more about this, and I wish they will make this change as well. rt-pcr test, will it be easy? I don't know. Will it be easy to get it within 48 hours? Because I know the antigen is very quick. You can get it the same day, maybe within minutes, you can get the result. But rt-pcr, I thought it takes 2 to 3 days. So that could be a strain in terms of the timing. And this no longer has anything to do with Philippines wanting to make money, because they will not be required to go through that test once you get to the Philippines for the vaccinated ones. All you need to do is get that test done overseas before you travel. The thing I don't know is 48 hours doable? If they said 4 to 5 days, I have no concern about that. But my concern is the timing. I think they should change it to antigen also. If you want rt-pcr, you can do it, but give the people the option to take just the antigen test. So guys, this is a very good news, much better than before. So hopefully they will improve this even further, and hopefully the old practice never comes back. So let's pray that this is the end of it. Thank you so much for watching. Please do share this with other people, and I'll appreciate it if you can click like, and do subscribe to my channel unless you have already done so. Thank you so much. Make it a great day, and God bless.